Hey guys, I don't know if you knew it or not, but we actually do sell t-shirts here for the YouTube channel. Now, I know you guys may like being nude, but here in the real world, we like wearing clothes. And what better way can you do that? By buying one of our t-shirts. So go to teespring.com and pick any of the shirts that you see us wear on the show, and you can be like us, not nude. Hi guys, welcome to the Rule of Two, where the Star Wars news saga continues. I'm Terrence.
I'm Manny.
And we're back again with another Rule of Two.
Hey, and I'm on this time. I'm back
Two
on.
in a row!
I'm back on, baby. Rule of two.
Two in a row. We actually blame Art. He was supposed to do a show with us last week, and then some stuff came up, so we didn't do it. So Manny's back.
All right. And for this week's Rule of Two, I know that the Star Wars news is kind of like mellow right now. Nothing too much is going on, you know.
I mean, we're waiting for some more news on Mandalorian,
Yeah.
but you know, we're like sitting in a ready mode.
But I was reading an article brought to us by Screen Rant. So if you want to go read this, go to screenrant.com and check this out. But I found it interesting because there was a lot of things that were tying into the George Lucas projects that were supposed to be, or that would have been pretty awesome to come to light.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
I mean, this is the band that gave us like trade federation laws and regulations and stuff for a full movie.
But he's
awesome.
but he is flat out the godfather, the freaking creator of Star Wars. So you know you got to give the guy at least a chance.
Yeah, I need to know some more like legislation for the galaxy.
Well, anyway, you know, prequels get a lot of crap, but
Yes.
Revenge of the Sith did end it really well.
Yes,
so
okay, great.
let's. These are actually the top 10 ideas that were scrapped or just abandoned plot lines.
So
or,
do I get to tell you if they were good or not?
storylines. They were, yeah. So
Okay.
we're gonna talk about it. These are 10 abandoned storylines that.
Okay. Let's see if there were anything
That
good.
Disney and Lucas just said, later. All right.
I have not read this article, so this is all a shock to me.
Okay, so we're gonna start with George Lucas's original sequel trilogy. Okay. So the original sequel trilogy was pretty much gonna be all about Luke Skywalker still.
Okay, so this is the Lucas cut. Okay.
This is the Lucas cut, exactly. Release the Lucas cut. So you're gonna have the favorites back. Everybody's gonna be back. You're gonna get a lot more. I think the nostalgia would have probably filled the entire first movie.
Okay.
With the entire characters, with minor introductions to the newer cast.
Okay.
And then maybe part 2 or the episode 8 would the newer cast would start taking over.
Okay.
From that point,
Right.
I think that would have been a great idea. Luke Skywalker pretty much continues to help destroy whatever was left of the Empire and rebuilding the Jedi Order. What do you think?
I kind of like how they did it in Force Awakens. I really didn't want the old cast members to be a big part of the movie. I just wanted them to make small cameos and have something to do. Only thing I didn't like about like Force Awakens, I felt like they should have just threw everybody into the first movie with their small cameos, so that way we were like, all right, old people, move. We got episode 8 and 9 to do. But
they did that in episode 8, basically.
I know.
He was.
Get out of the way.
The whole premise was let the past die. That's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
The whole. Matter of fact,
That's what I want.
It would have
Say,
been
move on.
Star Wars Episode 8. Let the past die. That's what Johnson should have just named the damn thing.
I mean, to see a film that was solely more about the old people, I guess from a fan point of view, it makes sense. But they're old.
When you have a movie,
They're old.
When you have a movie and it's Episode 7 after Jedi, I mean, that's why it did so much money, like $1.5 billion, or maybe no bullcrap. I think it hit $2 billion. So, with the star power of Harrison Ford, especially how iconic he is,
Right.
as Han Solo, and you gotta remember. When we did the very first rough cut of the Goods, it was based off of the Force Awakens trailer for Monday Night Football.
Right.
And we were pumped just to see Han Solo back, right?
Right.
So yeah, having the original trilogy, or the stars of the original trilogy play a bigger part in Episode 7, yeah,
I mean, look at them. They're old.
that's checked up. I mean, look at okay, number 9. Okay, so speaking of Han Solo, his good buddy Chewbacca, right? Wookiees were like a really big part of Revenge of the Sith. You know, he had that battle in Kashyyyk, and it was, it was pretty sweet to see all those Wookiees because you don't really see them in, outside of Chewbacca. You don't see the rest of them.
Yeah, they never really explain why Chewbacca doesn't remember Yoda, but that's fine.
Yeah, no. So this particular project would be just Wookiees.
It's a Wookiee movie?
It's Rise of the Planet of Kashyyyk, or Rise of the Planet of the Wookiees. It would basically be, Chewbacca would be Caesar.
You damn dirty Wookiees!
It would be basically Planet of the Apes with Wookiees, all Wookiees. What do you think? They don't talk, so I mean, you have to have one human in there.
Subtitled the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like it'd been subtitled the whole movie.
Yeah. Together, apes strong, yeah.
You damn dirty Wookiees! No, they can't do it because you'd have to fill it up with human characters.
You'd have to have some human characters.
It's like
on
why,
Kashyyyk, yes.
It's kind. Well, at least the Transformers talk. They actually speak. The Wookiees just grunt and, well, I mean, I guess it's a language or something like that. But we don't understand it, so no, you couldn't do this.
Okay.
It can work as a cartoon.
Okay.
Okay.
So, number 8.
No, not at all.
Within the same context, but this time droid-only project.
We already got that. We got the Droids animated cartoon.
So, no. No on the droids.
No,
I don't think a droid.
BB-8's the only interesting droid out of this new trilogy. He's the only interesting one.
True, but you have a
gonna
lot
pan
of
him up
droids.
with
You got
the-
IG-88 out there. You got,
He'd
you
be
got
trying to destroy them.
3PO.
What's the one from Rogue One?
K2SO.
K2SO.
You got
okay,
him.
that's if it was a.
So you got some
if it was a
droids out
property
there.
with K2SO being snippy this whole time, like running from IG-88. It's Empire droids versus droids. So maybe.
Yeah.
I might have been on board for K2SO, but not that.
Well, it's
not the Millennium Falcon droid. It's called Transformers.
All right.
It's called was it The Last Night? Transformers The Last Night.
Oh, that's awful. That movie was horrible. Okay, here we go. All right. Boba Fett. Strictly Boba Fett.
Okay.
It's called The Mandalorian now, but
Yeah, it is.
But Boba Fett,
We already have this.
how he survives the
I've already
Sarlacc
heard
pit.
this before.
Yeah, the skirts.
The skirts.
how he survives the Sarlacc pit and the many adventures,
Okay.
bounties, and all that stuff.
Okay.
Which basically, honestly,
is the
it's the Mandalorian. So
It's basically, it seems like when they were talking about they were going to give us a Boba Fett movie, they just said, let's just make a new character and just change it. All of this would have been Boba Fett.
because in the Mandalorian 2, it was
Just not as
teased-
loving.
It was teased or rumored that Fett is going to come out in this.
Yeah.
And they are going to show him.
Tamura Morrison's there. You got to do Fett.
They are going to show him get out of that Sarlacc pit.
I hope so.
So yeah,
I hope so.
That's going to be pretty cool. All right.
Okay, so yeah, we already have this.
All right, number 6.
7. Oh, number 6.
is Star Wars Infinities. So you have the what if shows.
Oh, kind
on,
of like what they did in
Marvel.
the they even did this in the comic books. Like, what if Luke had turned to the dark side? What if
What if Vader, or what if the Jedi won Order 66?
Yeah.
What if, stuff
No,
like
they
that?
even did this. Marvel did this with them with Star Wars. They had a lot of them that came out. A lot of what ifs with Star Wars universe. So I could see it happening.
I could see that happening.
But
too.
you would have to you definitely have to use the original cast, and they wouldn't have been able to afford it.
Yeah, but then you got lookalikes. You got Millie Bobby Brown to be Leia. You got Sebastian Stan to be Luke.
We're already complaining about what we got as far as recasting right now.
De-aging Harrison Ford.
Y'all don't want this. Oh, that's how it could have worked in the original trilogy. You know what? If they'd have brought them all back and just de-aged everybody, I probably would have been on board with that. Do me some scenes like shortly after they had won.
Yeah,
Okay,
cool.
well, that's number 6.
All right.
Number 6 ain't gonna work because they can't afford it.
Number
And- but-
5.
Number 5.
Now, I am completely on board with this. Completely on board with this. Whether it is remastered as a video game or actually made into a trilogy, and that is the Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay, well, we're probably gonna. Oh wait, I was gonna say we're probably gonna get this in one of the directors that's supposed to direct some type of Star Wars property.
I think it's gonna be
Ryan Johnson.
no.
Kevin Feige.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be his, honestly, because freaking Johnson's got Broom Boy, so
Yeah, he's got Broom Boy.
he's got Broom Boy, so it's Broom Boy.
I can always think about Breaking.
Oh, I hate that kid from Breaking. I can't stand that kid from Breaking 2. He always hogged the camera and he always looked at the damn camera. It's like, dude, I don't want to see you. I can't stand that kid. All right, moving on.
Moving on. I'm glad. The #1 Star Wars show on YouTube.
But yeah, I'm all for the Knights of the Old Republic. I hope they
I mean,
do
that
make
would be
it.
great, and it's It's not, I mean, there's so much to it that we're not locked down to like certain stories. They kind of do whatever they want to do with it. That's what makes it so, that's why The Mandalorian worked. You could do whatever you want to do with that particular character because there's no set established history to him. And with all of it being changed to Legends anyway.
But to see Revan, to really see a live action
they don't even
Revan
have to do
would
that.
be freaking sweet.
They just have to do old Jedi and old Sith. They just do something new.
The sorcerers.
It's the
The sorcerers called Jedi. All right. Number 4 is Rey's, this completely on Rey's lineage.
No.
Pretty much all Rey.
Wait, on her lineage? We already got that. It was called Episode 9. We got that.
Probably a little bit more in detail.
There's a little bit
about
of little bits of skin from Palpatine's decrepit hand. Boom, Rey. That's what we got. We ain't got to do that. Number 3.
Number 3. I kind of like this one.
All right.
And that is Starkiller, Star Wars Force Unleashed.
I love that, and I really wish they were going to
Let's
make
do
that
that.
into a property, but they used his name for a stupid base. But then they could say the base is named after him.
Yes, they could.
But then it was also the bad guys, and he's supposed to be a good guy.
But what about?
Oh wait, he's an apprentice, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
a Sith apprentice. That's right. He was Vader's apprentice.
That makes. Yeah, you know what?
So I would like to see that.
I'm good with this. I don't know. Like, it seemed like there was heavy talks at one point in time that they were thinking about making this, but then Lucas sold it to Disney. They were thinking about making this a property because George Lucas really loves that storyline.
Yes, it's amazing.
They came to him with it, and he was like, "Yeah, do it. I like it." So I would love to see that, but I don't think Disney's going to do it.
If they're really focusing on
Remember, because they're pulling back. They're not going to do
box
that.
office wise, like in the box office and theaters, they're pulling back. They want the family, and I get it. They're taking a little bit more of a chance on Disney Plus. So if they were to do anything with Starkiller, I'd probably see it as a series on Disney Plus.
Okay. I mean, everything's going to Disney Plus right now. No movies are coming out. Disney's canceled them all.
All right. This one I've never heard of.
All right.
And
This
that's
number 2?
This is number 2, and from what I understand, a lot of people actually really was interested in this. And this is called The Underworld.
Oh yeah, Star Wars Underworld.
Star Wars Underworld.
So it has an actual like test footage trailer for a pilot, which we talked about here on the show before. I think maybe me and Art talked about it. We talked about there's actual footage of it. It seems okay, but I think they used some of the elements of that and put it into Mandalorian. And that's kind of one of the things that we talked about is that this was something that Lucas was working on, and all this got squashed right along with the Force Unleashed. All this got squashed when he was like, "Give me that $4 billion check." So who cares what I was working on? $4 billion. So I think all of those ideas, because they were good ideas, kind of got rolled in. And the Boba Fett thing got rolled into Mandalorian. The Star Wars Underworld got rolled. Because Mandalorian is all about the world of Star Wars in the underworld part of it. Just mainly more with the bounty hunters, but you get to see like seedy planets and things that are going on. It's all rolled in together. So as much as we want to talk about like how they didn't listen to George Lucas, it seems like for a couple of these ideas they really did.
Okay, so when you mentioned Feige, you got the Broom Boy trilogy, you got Taika Waititi's possible. I could see Taika Waititi maybe take the Starkiller. That'd be awesome if
It's
Feige
so
did.
dark for Taika.
I know, but he can surprise you.
Okay.
You know, he played Hitler for Christ's
No,
sake.
what I want him to do is I want him to do a movie or some type of property with just the Stormtrooper.
With Sudeikis, starring Sudeikis.
Jason Sudeikis needs
Okay.
an old Star Wars show.
Okay, so I would go with Starkiller as a movie trilogy, along with Thrawn. I don't know why Thrawn is not a trilogy yet, but anyway. But give me
Because
that
they
as
covered him in Rebels so
give me
much.
that as a long. That's true. But give me that one in a theatrical, and give me the Underworld
Okay.
in series form.
We have it in Mandalorian.
That's true, but let's keep it going. Because this
you want to
is,
see some more? Is it based on like the Hutts?
This is
which I feel like we're
between-
gonna get in the Mandalorian anyway.
this is between the prequels and the original trilogy.
Okay.
So you're probably talking around Solo time, around Solo. Yeah.
So we're de-aging Harrison Ford.
No, Solo, like Alden Reich.
Oh, okay, we're gonna- okay.
Because they're looking at bringing Alden Reich back, back
Okay.
as Solo. I don't know if it's Solo 2 or
Well,
something like this in a series.
they had big plans for him.
That's gonna be
This
awesome.
movie, and they just didn't do it what they wanted it to do.
Okay, and here's one I never knew this one. Okay, and this is Star Wars 1313.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The
So that was
level
a canceled
1313.
game.
Yeah, video game.
Yeah, it was a canceled game.
Yeah.
So,
Announced for the summer of 2012.
and then Old Georgie said, "Give me my $4 million," and then they canceled it. Though the elements from that, when they showed there was what's the last Star Wars game that came out?
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order. The elements that were in that from that original trailer
game.
were in Fallen Order. So, because they showed the original one of this. It was like he was like on this little subway thing or like elevator thing, and it was like the successor to Force Unleashed. Like he's throwing lightsabers around, like all the Force sensitive stuff was cool, and it was like the whole world that they built in 1313, and just that one trailer just made you really want to see this game. And then, like I said, George got his $4 million, and they were like, Disney's like, nah, we don't want to do this. Though, when they premiered the trailer for the Fallen, I guess it's the Fallen Order?
Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, when they premiered that trailer, a lot of those aspects that were in the 1313 trailer seem to somehow pop up in that trailer. So it seems like they're using that, and they just wanted to rebrand it as something else. They're just kind of like, this has George's name on it. We don't want that. It's got to say Disney. So,
but it still says Lucasfilm.
I mean, so once again, these when we say that they didn't use any of his stuff, I think we're incorrect. Just looking at these 10 things, there's at least 4 or 5 things that is on this list that found its way into other properties that Disney did. They just kind of tweaked them a bit and they rebranded them. But 1313's in another game. The Star Wars Underworld's in Mandalorian. Boba Fett's in Mandalorian.
The expanded universe was actually spread out a little bit within the sequel trilogy.
We're gonna get the Knights of the Republic sooner or later. And 2030 probably, when we're all dead.
So Disney's purchase of Lucasfilms led to massive layoffs from people that were working on the game. So
yeah, Disney came and canceled
right.
everything. They came and canceled everything, and then they went and like, hey, we need an idea. Well, we got this thing that Lucas was working on. They were like, oh, hey, look, I got an idea. It just came to me.
Out of all of those top 10, which
Right.
is the one most likely to happen?
The Knights of the Old Republic.
I think so too.
I mean, that's the only one that's technically not already transitioned to something else, but it's been heavily rumored. That's the one that's probably most definitely going to happen because it gives them another universe where they can do whatever they want and they don't have to listen to us complain and gripe about what we read before, what we saw before, and how they leave massive plot holes. They can do whatever they want. And
We were right.
We were. We were. And even for us to go back and say it, now they already burned the book, so like we have nothing to say that they're wrong. So
Well, I'm with you on it. Hopefully they don't do a revival in the video game form. Hopefully they do put it on the big screen. It
Yeah.
really needs to
I
be
mean, that'd be
shown out
great.
there in the big screen. So
they're,
hopefully
they're really watching their step as far as what they want to do. So outside of the Knights of the Old Republic, everything else that wasn't already transitioned to something else seems kind of risky for them. So I don't really see them taking chances on that. That's the only one that seems like a sure thing.
Yeah. So if you're interested in reading the article in detail to get more, more information on these top 10 abandoned storylines, go to screenrant.com, check out the article. It's actually pretty cool. I hadn't heard of about half of these. Wookiee Project, really? I wouldn't have done that, but anyway. But you said it was a holiday special, so I guess so. Terrence, take us home.
I mean, we got it. It was called the Ewoks. I mean, we got the Ewoks got their own cartoon too for a little bit.
Yes,
so I mean,
so did the droids.
So did the droids. I mean, God, don't do this stuff. Another rule or two. We have some Star Wars news. So until we get some more meaty stuff from the Mandalorian, when we get more news about it, I mean, everything that's come out right now, we've already pretty much talked about. So when we get some more wholehearted stuff, we may just come to you with like these little topics to kind of go over and get your opinion and get our opinion, and then we can all call each other wrong when this eventually doesn't happen. Yeah. All right, so if this is the first time that you're on the channel, make sure you subscribe as well as click the notification button so that way you're aware of all the other things that we do on the channel. Yeah, because best Star Wars show here, maybe. Counting backwards.
I want to throw a shout out to Dexter Jumbo.
Dexter, my man!
For calling us a bunch of names on YouTube. That was awesome.
I mean, we love, no we don't. We love hearing us being called a bunch of names because one, it shows that you actually watched our movie and put a comment down. So for somebody to go ahead and do that, there's gotta be a way that we connect it with you, even if it is to call us, what was it?
We can't say it.
Oh, okay. To call us that, look it in the comments.
And two, you're right. because what you watched was from 2015 when we didn't know what the hell we were doing.
Oh.
And some would argue we still don't know what the hell
No,
we're
we
doing.
don't. No, we
So,
don't.
but either way, appreciate the comment. Thank you very much. For Ashman, not wherever the hell they're at, I'm Manny.
I'm Terrence.
And may the force be with you.
Always.
With you.
Wait, guys, are you still here? I'm glad you're still here. All right, so if you look down, I mean, it's somewhere over here. Look down. We actually have a Patreon. So if you guys watch this show and you really like what we want to do and you want to help support the show and you want to help me get an editor so I can get to sleep at night because I'm really tired and you guys see all my mistakes in the episodes. So please go to patreon.com/thegoods. Give us a penny, give us a nickel, give us $1.
Just don't give us the finger.
Don't do that. But make sure you do donate something because we do have some giveaways. There's posters, there's t-shirts, there's
I'll sign something for you.
Exactly. So take a look, guys, and help us out.